So how confident are you in the Bears' rush offense? Sports Talk Chicago, here with Jon Zaghloul. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel for more Chicago sports content. Make sure you follow us all over at Sports Talk Chicago. And hit up our sponsor, Amish Country Farms in Orland Park. It's pretty much a rhetorical question because according to polling on Twitter and on social media websites, a lot of Bears fans resoundingly agree that the Bears' rush offense is going to be the bigger part of this team in 2023. Their confidence is through the roof. According to this poll, part of WindyCityGridiron.com, Bears fans said that 72% are most confident in the Bears' rush offense. 13% say the pass offense, 9% pass defense, and 6% rush defense. The point being, everybody is excited about the Bears' run game, and there are so many reasons to be. And I actually, for once, can agree with a lot of the Bears fans about this statement. I thought this was an underrated part of this Bears team. Didn't seem like people were giving the Bears' rush offense enough love this offseason. And fair point, we were so focused about DJ Moore and all these draft trades, but quietly, the Bears have become, in my opinion, one of the best rush offenses in football. That's a bold statement, but I'm willing to defend it. They have a three-headed monster at running back alone. Alone. Deontay Foreman's going to be there. Roschon Johnson's going to be there, and of course, Khalil Herbert. Foreman has seen success in the NFL, almost ran for 1,000 yards last year in Carolina as their feature back after the trade of Christian McCaffrey. Roschon Johnson is projected by many to eventually take over this starting role, and Khalil Herbert, for his career, is averaging more than 5 yards per carry. Not to mention the Bears' leading rusher last year, Justin Fields, who ran for 1,000-plus yards. The Bears have 4 guys who could be on the field at the same time even, running the football down defenses' throats. It is fair to say that fans, media, and the team alike should all feel super confident in this rush offense, and that should be the number one priority as far as the Bears winning games in 2023. I could not agree more, and I'm so happy that more people are seeing it. I'm excited to see that. This article in Windy City Gridiron says the same. Quote, they'll start the season with a backfield by committee. They signed Deontay Foreman, who's coming off a career-best 914 yards. Rookie Roschon Johnson is a 3-down threat with a lot of potential. And the returning Khalil Herbert was one of the most explosive backs in 2022, averaging 5.7 yards per carry. And then there's the man that was the most explosive runner in the NFL, Justin Fields. Fields may not approach 1,000 yards, but he's going to be a threat at all times when the ball's in his hands. I'm just so happy people see this. We disagree on so many things when it comes to this team, but we all agree on this one. This Bears rush offense is going to be huge in 2023. And I love the quote especially about Roschon Johnson. 3-down threat, a lot of potential. I firmly believe, I've been saying it all offseason, I'm going to continue to say it here. By week 8, he's your number one running back. By week 8, Roschon Johnson is the RB1 for the Chicago Bears. I firmly believe it. And that's not to be disrespectful to Deontay Foreman, who is talented in his own right. And Khalil Herbert, who does a lot of good stuff on the ground but just can't block. Roschon Johnson can do it all. Similar to David Montgomery. Except Johnson's even quicker, younger, faster, more explosive on the ground. Roschon Johnson's going to be the guy. Everybody will know his name across the league by the end of this season. And here in Chicago, certainly everyone will know him and already does by week 1. Everybody will know. Roschon Johnson is going to be huge when it comes to this Bears rush attack. But, like the article said, which I've stated many a time, backfield by committee, everyone's going to get their fair shake. And if it's not Roschon, fine. If I'm wrong and Roschon turns out to be a huge flop, fine. The Bears have 2 other capable running backs on this team who know what they're doing. Deontay Foreman, again, 914 yards last year. And Deontay Foreman, for the majority of his career, has been an RB2, even RB3 in some situations. Last year took over because of the Christian McCaffrey trade, and while the Carolina Panthers were essentially trying to tank, Foreman took advantage and showed everybody why he can be an RB1 if need be. Then on top of that, Khalil Herbert, 5.7 yards per carry in limited time last year due to injuries. Herbert's explosive whenever he's on the field, and I love watching him play. His problem is just pass blocking and pass catching. Foreman's more of a pure runner, similar to, I would say, Jordan Howard. And then Roschon Johnson's kind of a combination of Herbert and Foreman. He could catch, he could block, he could run. And we keep neglecting the fact that after all those three, there's still Justin Fields. And now they're not going to run as much with Fields, I would hope, as they did last year. I don't think it's going to be the Justin Fields show running for 1,200 yards, breaking records, and getting hurt in the process. Don't think that's going to happen. But I could see Fields still rushing for 800 yards. I don't think that's out of the picture at all. Fields will still have designed run plays. Fields will still run the football and scramble for yards when he's in trouble. No question. That is within the scope of his ability and within what the Bears want to do offensively. So that's still on the table. That will happen for Fields. I can see it. So add that to the mix too. You got four, essentially, running backs on the field at all times. Four capable guys who know how to gain yards and move your team forward. And the run game is going to be critical for the Bears' pass game development this year and just for their overall success. Now, last year was good, but they weren't really trying to win. The Bears ran the ball a lot and put up tons of yards, but every other aspect of their team sucked, so nobody really cared, and they lost 14 games. This year, different story. Improvements everywhere. Better defense, better O-line, better offense in general, better wide receiving weapons. There will be intense scrutiny on the run game, I believe. No one's talking about it now, but I think it's going to be significant. People are going to be wondering what the Bears' offensive approach is throughout the first couple of weeks of 2023. They're going to be wondering how much will they run with Justin Fields? Which running back is standing out and being the guy, the RB1 for this team? And then how important is the run game when it comes to winning games? Answer is very important. How significant will the run game be in winning or losing games early on in 2023? Point is, the Bears' run game's important. People are going to care about it. If you don't now, you will. And it's going to be a point of scrutiny because the Bears are not going to be tanking and there aren't millions of other problems with this team. The run game last year was pushed off to the side because they were tanking. There were so many other issues. Offensive line, defense, no wide receivers, Justin Fields getting killed. So many other things to talk about. The run game actually did great. No one talked about it too much. There wasn't a lot of positive to focus on last year. We were all focused on making this team better. Now, the Bears have spent money. They've gotten better. And the expectations, in my opinion, are through the roof in 2023. We're going to be scrutinizing every aspect of this team, but especially the run game. That's what the Bears have always been known for, too. Think about recent times. Walter Payton, Matt Forte, Jordan Howard, David Montgomery, Thomas Jones, Cedric Benson. The Bears have always been known to run the football down defenses' throats. Won't change this year. Only thing that'll change is now they have a running quarterback, which they had last year. And now they have a three-headed monster, legitimate three-headed monster running back. You got so many guys who could run at all times, and that makes them even more of a pain for defenses, even more dangerous. When Justin Fields drops back to pass and actually has protection, he'll have time to either throw it or run it. He's always going to be a threat. You have to have somebody spying on Fields from the defensive perspective. Then on top of that, if you just run the football, all three of these guys are effective. All three of these guys can gain you yards and break tackles and make plays. I think the run game is going to be the most important part of the Bears' success in 2023. Not because it's the flashiest or because it's going to be unbelievably game-changing, but because it's the basics. Can the Bears do the basics right? Can they run an average 4 yards per carry all year amongst these four guys? Can they move the chains when need be? Can they always convert on a third down and run, running the football? Can they do it? These small things will add up. And everyone's going to be focused, including myself. I'm calling myself out right now on Justin Fields' development. How many picks is he throwing? How quick is he getting the ball out? Is the defense better? Are they still tanking? Are they winning? Wins, losses? Who's going to win the division? We're all focused on that, and rightfully so. But I firmly believe that the Bears' success in 2023 is going to be so dependent. It's going to be most dependent on the run game. It's going to be most dependent on the success individually and as a group of Roschon Johnson, Deontay Foreman, Khalil Herbert, and Justin Fields. That's going to make or break how good this team does in 2023. It's great to see fans, media, and even Bears players themselves understand the importance of the run game and also say in polls that their confidence is high. It should be high, but it should be scrutinized. This is going to be the most important part of the Bears in 2023, no doubt. For success, at least. I know the most important part of every season for this team right now is Justin Fields the guy? Will he develop more? Will this team be on track to win more games, win the division? I know. Of course. But on a microscopic level, when we end up breaking down every game and we look back at the success or failure of 2023 in January, we're going to wonder, hey, how good did the run game do? Did the run game help or hurt this team? Did they help them win? Did they help them lose? That is going to be a big part of what the Bears do in 2023. It's not being talked about. It probably won't be talked about until the end of the year when we evaluate every aspect of the team, including the run game. But I'm saying it right now in June. Run game is going to be key, and in my opinion, it's going to be most important to the Bears' success in 2023. Thanks for watching today's show here on Sports Talk Chicago. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Big thank you to John Meadows, directing and producing. Thank you to Amish Country Farms, our great sponsor, and all of you for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel for more Chicago sports content and hit us up all over on social at Sports Talk Chicago. So long, everyone.